Program. Let's move on. We have a motion. Mr. Delphos and Mr. Dillon a second. Mr. Procassi, have any comments on this?
Yes, sir. We sent a couple of people to serve on a parish-wide committee with representatives from the Sheriff's Department, Police Jury. That's part of the state program now for tax exemption. We get a local say. Those three entities, through our representatives, Mr. Barnes represents us, and Mr. Foster in his absence. This is the first one. It'll probably become a standing item on your agenda as companies come forth now when they're doing improvements and additions in Calhoun Parish. They will run through this local committee, come to you for approval on these tax exemptions, rather than going directly to the state as they've always done before.
And this is for how long a period of time?
This period 5 years for the 3 years.
So they would have to come back in 5 years to apply for the 3-year extension? Or are we giving them permission for the full 8?
They have to come back.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Yes, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, the committee we've got with the Sheriff's Department and the Police Jury are, at any time, are we going to start negotiating maybe to pay out portion on a 20-year basis, or, you know, the impact to the community is considerable, and we get nothing for the first 10 years. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I think that the benefit we have now is we get to see the data. Also, the fact that we're only approving the first 5, and they'll have to come back for the second 5. That's not the way it's been in the past. When they went to Baton Rouge before, they instantly got 5 and 5.
Right.
No, you know, and we never even knew they were doing it, and we didn't know about the data for things going on in our own parish. We're better off with this process than we were before. We're still not going to get dollars from day one, which is not.
Right.
And frankly, the state still has the ability to override us.
Right.
But at least we know where we are.
Ms. Hartman, I see you back there. Do you guys want to say anything? Y'all represent Phillip 66. You or your guest. You may want to introduce him. Or he may want to introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Megan Hartman with Phillip 66, and I have a guest here tonight, Bob Adair, and I'll allow him to speak a little bit more about it.
Yes, I participated in this process. We applied for it in late October, and we worked with R.B. Smith, who is also here in the chamber, and the group with the parish and the sheriff. So we'd be glad to talk about the project, or I don't know if anything else you'd like for us to provide an overview, or whatever your preference. We want to respect your time.
Anyone have a question? Mac?
Why should we do this? I think that will probably answer the question for some that may not know why we should go ahead and pass this exemption.
Okay, it's considered a tax incentive, and we're not close to approval yet. What we're doing is there's several of us on the business development team that go out and try to improve the economics of the project. And my task is just the industrial tax exemption part of it. So in other words, it will feed into the economic project, and our management will decide if they go forward with the project or not. So as far as what benefit you will receive, the school district, let me pull what I sent to the committee. We modeled over and recognizing that the assessor, of course, does the determine the assessed value, but basically using Louisiana Tax Commission guidelines and 2016 millages and that kind of, we modeled it, and we estimated for all jurisdictions over a 20-year period, you would get about 20 million estimated taxes, 20.1 million. So of that portion, the school would be 5.2 million. And we just arbitrarily put 20 years. I mean, we expect it to be a longer project than that, to have a longer life. Did I adequately answer your question?
I think you did.
Okay.
Mr. Dillon?
You said, so this, the tax will collect after the 10-year exemption, you're telling us? Did you tell
No, it's no longer a 10-year exemption. It's a The governor changed that last year.
Okay,
It's 5 years and then 3 years at 80%.
yeah. But you said the school system or the entities would receive so much money. When would that kick in? After the 8 years? Or
That kicks in actually year 6. You start getting 20% for 3
Okay.
years. And then you get 100% of the assessed value after that.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes, I was looking at the data I have here, and I was concerned about the new direct job where we have listed 2 people.
Yes, sir? Oh, can you explain that? Okay.
Yeah, should there be more than 2 people?
There are 2 jobs, and we discussed that a lot with our management. And there's about 150 construction jobs associated with it. But the state guidelines and state rules for industrial tax exemptions now say it has to either provide employment, new employment, or you make your case for your retaining employment. So what this project does, I'll quickly say if you're not familiar with it, it's proposed 200 million or thereabouts, and it's I'll use one technical term and not dwell on it, isomerization unit, which basically increases the octane level so we can make premium gasolines again. So that in effect, that's been lacking for a while, and that helps the refinery to be economically viable. It helps in that area. So in other words, it's only adding 2 jobs, but it's helping to preserve indirectly the other jobs that are there.
Well, I was concerned about that 2 jobs, but are you saying in this project, whatever it is, there are additional construction jobs? Is that what you're saying?
Correct. The 2 jobs is only the permanent Phillip 66 jobs. So in addition to that, we estimate 150 construction jobs.
Well, how do you balance that off with not paying taxes for 5 years at 100%? Does that balance off well when you start?
Well, this is a tax incentive. Also keep in mind that industry pays, the assessment ratio is 50% higher than residential. In other words, 15% versus 10%. So that 15 versus 10, that's 50% difference. So we also put in our information submitted to the group is we currently pay $11.5 million per year in property taxes to Calhoun Parish. And I don't have that broken down for just the school, but I've got it for several companies that we have here.
Mr. Brookhouse, I know we don't have a lot of experience with this because the governor just instituted this thing. But I'm concerned that when we look back at what Bobby General did over the years, that we don't get too deeply involved in simply giving away the store. Thank you, Lon.
Well, okay, I will just say that the idea is not to give away the floor. The idea is to provide an incentive for business to continue to operate and to make that capital investment.
Mr. Stark?
Yeah, I was just going to comment. I know people are going to ask us why are we giving all these exemptions for these things? We have to have answers.
Sure.
We just have to have answers to tell people. The comment that I was going
I'm
to
trying
say
to
is
put myself in your shoes.
right. So the comment I was going to say is that there's no trickery to it. It's an incentive to get a business to invest in our community. It's an incentive, and it's not giving away tax dollars that we are making right now, and we're giving them away. If you don't do incentives like this, then there's no investment. We get no tax dollars. So it's a trade-off. We're giving up some tax exemption now to incentivize a business to invest in the community that we can make tax income off of in 5 years. That's the comment that I was going to make. I'm sure you agree with that.
I concur.
Any other comments or questions? Thank you, sir. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
comments. Since we're ready to vote, all in favor of the approval of Phillips 66 for participation in the tax exemption program, say aye. Aye. Any opposition? Thank you. All right, we are down to 8F.